Now I'm going to give you a checklist of the things that you should understand before moving on. And if you don't understand any of the following, then you're going to have to find someone to explain it to you. Okay? So we are now at a stage where we are trying to understand this. We know how to use it, but we don't fully understand why it works. And in order for us to fully understand why this works, we're going to have to understand these. So the first thing we should understand is that this here is the true area this is our true area here, and it's always trapped in between the biggest possible area. So max f is the biggest possible area. That's this area here. So this is the biggest possible area, and so our true area is always trapped between the biggest possible area and the smallest possible area. This smallest possible area here is this area here. Okay, so our true area here is always trapped between the biggest and the smallest. So this is our first thing we should try and understand. So here we should be now at a stage where we fully understand why this is. Okay, so you have to accept this. So now the next one, the next thing that you should understand is that we're going to define the average height as being us getting the whole area, so that's this whole area here, and then divided by this width here. Then that will then give us what's called the average height. Well, not technically, but we're gonna imagine it as being the average height. So you can see that this here is really short. This here is quite short. It's getting longer here. This one here is really tall. This is slightly shorter here. But the average height, we're going to say as being us getting the whole area and then dividing it by this width here. That will then give us a height, and it will then give us the average height. Okay, so the average height is really in a way the average height of this function, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're just going to define the average height as us getting the whole area and then dividing it by the width. That will then give us the average height. Well, the next thing you should realize is that somewhere in between A and B, there is a C where our average height lies. Okay, so whenever you see this here, this whole thing here is the average height. Well, somewhere in between A and B, there exists a C where our average height lies. Okay, so you can imagine this as being like this. So you can imagine this as being like you having you've got a short person here and a tall person. If you get the height of the short person and then add it to the height of the tall person and then divide it by 2, that will then give you the average height. Well, somewhere in between A and B, there exists a place where our average height lies. So, for example, if you have a function, a continuous function, I don't know, something like this. Oops, hang on. If you have a continuous function, something like this, somewhere in between A and B, there exists a point C. So in this case, it's right here. There exists a point C where our average height lies. So that's this bit here. Okay. So if you have any function, any continuous function, let's say something like this. Hang on. Okay, so somewhere in between A and B, there exists a C where our average height lies. So hang on. So here, so there exists a C here. Oops, hang on. Sorry, hang on. So here there exists a C here. There exists another one here, and there also exists another one. But the point is that there must exist at least one. It could be more than one. There must be at least one where our average height lies, no matter what continuous function you have. Hang on. So here there exists a C here and a C here where our average, no matter what continuous function you have, there must be a point somewhere in between a and b where our average height lies. Right, in this case, it happens to be right here. Okay, so yeah, okay, and there's another one which I will explain in the next video. There's another thing that you should understand before moving on, which I will explain in the next video.